Welcome to Nugget 91 with Steve Groman. In Nugget 90, we started talking about the LBT on Mount Graham and how we have tried to get there several times. Since we were unable to get there from the top via a trail or tour, we went below there near the Fort Grant prison and took several of these pictures. It's beautiful down there because of the temperature change and the humidity, I guess, in the sky. We weren't able to take very good pictures. But anyway, Steve, tell us about LBT.
Astronomy Magazine wrote this article. The title of the article starts off with, "Lucifer allows astronomers to watch stars being born. The new instrument on the Large Binocular Telescope is a powerful tool that will gain spectacular insights into the universe from the Milky Way to extremely distant galaxies, provided by the University of Arizona, Tucson." It says the new instrument for the world's largest optical telescope, the Large Binocular Telescope on Mount Graham, allows astronomers to observe the faintest and most distant objects in the universe. The first Lucifer observations of star-forming regions are giving scientists an idea of the new instrument's enormous potential. The name of it is Lucifer. That's rather interesting, and there's a little bit of discrepancy as to how that name was actually given there. Some say the Jesuits and the Vatican had arguments back and forth. They named the telescope, the Vatican did, and the Jesuits said that spells Lucifer. Whether it was or it wasn't, that's what the name of it was. And then they changed it because it gathered a little bit of controversy, obviously. They changed it to LUCI, and they just dropped off the fur part. Now they call it the LBT.
Well, I think it was originally going to be called Columbus. From Arizona EDU, we found this article that said not long after, three of the LBT's current partners, the University of Arizona, Ohio State University, and the Arcetri Observatory in Italy, began collaborating on what was then being called the Columbus Telescope. They aimed to design and construct an 11.3-meter telescope by the 500th anniversary of Christopher Columbus's arrival in the New World. Their initial design relied on Angel's new mirror technology, and Angel is the gentleman who designed this. I think it was kind of interesting that that's his last name. Over the following decade, the consortium of university and institutional collaborators shifted, and in 1993, the name changed from Columbus to Large Binocular. Construction of the LBT began in 1996.
It was interesting. Last Nugget, we talked about the Native American Apache family that we ran into, and the woman actually was up there working from time to time. In the summer, she said it was quite a feat when they took those mirrors up there. They're so big, I thought they must have gone on a helicopter. She said they actually put them on trucks, and they had to constantly readjust them on the way up this incredibly windy road to get them up there and clear all the trees and everything.
Apparently they had them flat on the interstate and the main highways, and then when they went up that nauseating windy road, they had to elevate them to a vertical position.
Elevate them and twist them and turn them.
That had to be a crazy thing to see. And she also said, the other thing that she said that was neat was that there is a weather station on the very top, and that this building is huge. You just cannot imagine how big that whole building is that holds LBT, and that was the part that she was most impressed by and enjoyed the most was the weather station.
It's a shame and it's neat at the same time. This kind of technology exists, and we love going to these kind of places and seeing these things and observing, and it's phenomenal what they're able to do, but it's really a shame that people can't just straightforward give God the credit and the glory, for the heavens declare the glory of God, the firmament most assuredly showeth his handiwork. Yet it's always looking for ET and looking for signs of ET or some kind of thing like that, and it's just ridiculous, and it's a shame because so much could be done in a beneficial way.
From a biblical cosmological standpoint and not an evolutionary cosmological standpoint.
Popular Science even wrote an article back in 2010 talking about how Lucifer instrument helps astronomers see through darkness to most distant observable galaxy.
Funny, the byline on that was, those aren't horns. A lot of people, they avoid the Lucifer, and we've heard conspiracy type people that call it Lucifer, and they're trying to get away from that and downplay that. It's probably best. They did indeed call it that for a point in time.
And the reason is, the title of the thing actually was Large Binocular Telescope Near Infrared Utility with Camera and Integral Field Unit for Extragalactic Research. That's how they got the name Lucifer.
Here are one of those images from this Popular Science article. They have this image with the horns, but it says something really, really weird. It says, courtesy of Lucifer. You gotta wonder, don't you? And as we close out this nugget, we do want to remind people to look up Comet Neowise. It's going to be showing for the next few days still, and here's the schedule. And I know how you talk in misconceptions about space, and whenever you do lessons on space, you talk about the definition of science and the definition of science fiction, and how I was looking on this article, and I saw over to the right, how this young lady is standing in front of, obviously, a green screen of the moon, and the title below her says, Infinity and Beyond. And a lot of us as parents or children know what that comes from. And then they're talking about how the moon formed. Well, we know how the moon formed. God formed the moon on day 4. Well, I hope you're looking forward to the next nuggets on other telescopes and observatories. Thank you. We hope you are enjoying these nuggets and the longer videos that we are posting on our YouTube channel, Steve Groman, and our Facebook pages, A Creation Seminar and Steve Dana Groman. This is a listener-supported ministry. Because of COVID, we have been derailed greatly. So if you will keep us in your prayer, if you are blessed by these nuggets and could become a monthly partner with us, that would be greatly appreciated. Or if you could consider giving a one-time donation to help us continue to produce these nuggets and continue this ministry during such unprecedented times. Thank you.